right, everybody. Well, we're starting this week off here in Kansas. It's Monday morning, about 8:15. I've got this load of white sand I picked up Friday morning in Sheridan, Arkansas. And then I went home for the weekend. You know, Sheridan's just about 45 minutes from North Little Rock. And I left out Sunday afternoon. I think I left my house about 2:30. Went to the Oakley, North Little Rock yard and actually pulled out of there right about 3:30. You know, by the time I got my inspection done and got loaded up with all my provisions. And I drove, it's probably about 3.5 hours or so up to the Loves in Neosho, Missouri. Camped out there, left out this morning about, it's probably about 5:45 by the time, because I got fuel there this morning, so it's probably about 5:45 by the time I hit the road. And I've got about an hour and a half left of driving until I get to my customer, which is the Topeka, Kansas Country Club. I called them about half an hour ago to kind of give them an ETA. He said to come in the main gate and they'd be looking for me. And I called my dispatcher a little while ago too to let him know my ETA, and he's already sent me my next load, which is going to be picking up in Hutchinson, Kansas, which is a place, it's a salt mine. I've picked up there probably 3 or 4 times, but it's been a few months. I picked up several loads there back in the winter, because they make road salt there that I would deliver to, I think all of the deliveries I had out of there went to Arkansas Highway Department facilities, you know, where they store it, use it in the wintertime to put down on the roads. So that's what's going on. We're on US 75 heading north in Kansas. This highway will kind of take us right into southern Topeka, I believe. Just giving you some road footage. Beautiful Kansas scenery. I like Kansas. It's nice and flat. Good driving. Not a lot of traffic. But like I said, it's been a few months since I've been in Kansas. Oh yeah, the load that I'm going to have next, that salt load out of Hutchinson, it delivers, I think he said I've got to have it delivered by 9 a.m. tomorrow in Fort Worth. I haven't had a chance to even look at the order yet. I'm just going by what my dispatcher told me. That's what's going on. Getting this week started. I tell you, after that little, you know, we had some rainstorms come through the area yesterday, over the weekend, and man, followed by some cooler air. It feels pretty nice out. Right now it says it's 64 on my truck thermometer. Okay, more later. Alright folks, so I just turned into the Topeka, Kansas Country Club. Beautiful place. And this fellow up ahead here just dumped out some rolls of sod and then told me to follow him. do that. You know, I haven't played golf in decades, but this is a beautiful place. Just giving you a look. There's a swimming pool off to the left. Still got diving boards. Most swimming pools nowadays, they've taken the diving boards off. Got a lot of workers going on around here. Just giving you a look. I see a pile of white sand down here to the right. I hope that's where I'm dumping, because it looks like it's kind of I'll have a good solid place to dump in a parking lot, basically. Let's see. So he wants me to curve around here. Doing some work right there. Oh gosh. He wants me to make this turn. Oh gee. Well, that's going to be fun. I'll have to go. As you can see, other people have gone up on the curb there. Far too sharp for a semi-truck. There's a look at the golf course, though. As we make this turn, my trailer is hopping up onto the over the curb in the back. Oh boy, all right, let's see if we can get her straightened out here a little bit. All right, he wants me to stop. All right, so let me wait and get further instructions. Looks like he's gonna get on his Bobcat over there. Okay, he wants me to, he's pointing that he wants me to kind of back up next to that pile and dump, but he's got to move some equipment. I'll try to show you some in a minute. Okay guys, so I've dumped the product, got my tarp put back over, everything's put away, mud flaps, my gate shut. Here's my load. You can see they had this pile already here, and this is what I dumped. So not a bad spot. A little bit tilted, but not too bad. You can see this kind of reminds me of War Memorial Golf Course in Little Rock. Beautiful place, beautiful day. All right, let's get to Hutchinson, Kansas to get some salt. Okay guys, I just got loaded here at the Hutchinson salt mine in Hutchinson, Texas, and I wanted to show you this load before I get my tarp over. This is a finer grade of salt than I've picked up here before. It's almost, you know, it's like sand. But going to Fort Worth, Texas, just giving you a look. That's about 47,000 pounds of salt. Okay guys, so we're here in Fort Worth, Texas. Here's my load of salt. They just have a little covered area here where you dump. I've already got the gate put back on. I just did a swing gate, you know, like this, because there's not really enough room to open up the gate barn door style. So got the tarp back on, mud flaps back on. I'm ready to go. I don't know where my next trip is, so I'm gonna have to pull out there and just sit on the road for a minute. But this is the load. Salt from Hutchinson, Kansas. I don't really know what they do here, but this place is called Tasman. I don't know, Tasman something. Let's see what that sign says. Tasman Hide Processing. That's what it says. So anyway, that's it. Okay guys, we're in Oklahoma City at Superior Iron and Metal. I
just pulled into the loading position, got my tarp off, my bows removed. There's my loader right there. He said he can only go up to about 22 tons, and then we'll have to go back out to the scale and he'll bring a load and kind of top it off. So that's what we're doing. And this goes just down the road to Madill, Oklahoma. Not too far away, just maybe 2.5 hours or so. Just giving you a look. Alright, some good old shred. It's been a little bit since I've hauled a good old load of shred. Alright. Well, it's fairly level ground and it is concrete, so I should get a decent measurement. And as usual, it's noisy. Alright, so that's how it works. It's really not that level. You can tell down back there by my rear axle, it's kind of takes a dip. But that's what we got. And I guess to get out of here, I'll back straight down there and then turn back that way to go to the scale. So that's how it works. We got one lady up there on the magnet moving stuff around, and then this guy's loading. I'll show you one more dump. It's a noisy place, I tell you. This place is pretty easy to get to, though. Just had to exit off of I-40 and then go down about half a mile. Pretty easy. The instructions were good. All right, so that's how it works. More later.
Okay, folks. Hey, it's Wednesday morning. I'm in Muskogee, Oklahoma, approaching the Oakley terminal here. My dispatcher has sent me here. It's about 7:30 a.m. and I'm supposed to be working a barge load from here to a local delivery in Muskogee, like all day. Just back and forth. So I'm gonna pull up here and get checked in. I did not get any footage yesterday of that delivery of shred scrap metal, because I got in there just before they closed and I was just kind of in a hurry. All right, so I've got to go in on the scale there where that truck is parked. So he's coming off. So I'm gonna scale in and check into that office there on the right, and we'll see what's going on. Actually, the inbound scale is on this side. All right, let me get scaled in and checked in. All right, guys, just giving you a look of this real quick. There's the Arkansas River. There's the barge where we're getting loaded from, and the bucket lift. They're holding the barge up next to the dock with a tugboat. All right, time for me to move up. You can see this is the Port of Muskogee Foreign Trade Zone. That's where we're getting loaded from there. That other truck just pulled in, and this fella just got loaded and he's rolling his tarp up. The place we're delivering this to is about 9 miles from here. So we're just doing a lot of back and forth. So I'll keep the camera on here as I pull up so you can see this fella in front of me getting loaded. Pretty interesting gig. and we're taking this to a doll tile facility I've never been to, but it's right here in Muskogee. I have delivered to a doll tile facility up in Clarksville, Tennessee a couple of times, so it's probably like that. You know, they make ceramic tile, porcelain tile, stuff like that. I'm giving you a good shot of this. That tugboat is called the Elizabeth Ann. And this stuff is some sort of a clay product. Just looks like dirt. Let me see if I can get out and get you a better shot of this, because it's going to take that truck many more scoops. Give you a good shot of it. Giving you a good look. All right. Not your everyday kind of a loading process. We're keeping our bows in because this is a fine product. You know, it's not going to damage the bows unless he hits it with the bucket. So that's how it works. You get the idea. Give you another look inside this, inside the barge. Man, those things hold a lot of product. All right, my turn. Okay, guys. So I'm here dumping my first load at the doll tile facility. They've got this outdoor storage area here with different materials. And the truck that was in front of me just dumped right here. I'm dumping here. It's basically 3 trucks wide. So that's what we'll be doing all day. All right, let me get in here and watch what's happening. All right, folks. So I just checked back in here to the Oakley terminal in Muskogee. About to pick up my, I think, 5th load. Beautiful scenery down here. From what I can tell, they've got 5 of us trucks working on this. Over here to the right, they've got a fertilizer loading facility where I've picked up a load of fertilizer a few months ago. And also, back to the right, there's a warehouse that stores metal coils. Like I've delivered coils here. In fact, you can see straight ahead there's a crane hoisting a coil into that warehouse right now. But I've delivered coils to that building over there as a Maverick driver a couple of times. So seeing some action from all kind of ways. So that's a half-round trailer, a fairly new one too. You can tell by the number on the back, trailer number 2262. That means it's a year 2022. It's nice and shiny. So the way it works, when we unload, the half-round trailers like that are unloading inside the building. And then me and another driver that have the normal, you know, just the squared trailers, we're dumping outside like I showed you before. So yeah, it's going good though. I'm gonna try to get out here when I get into the loading position and give you a look inside the barge so you can see how much progress we've made. Okay guys, so I'm into the loading position again. Let's take a look at the barge and see how much is left. Oh, check it out, we got a bobcat down there kind of cleaning it up and moving it to the car. I'd say we're a little more than halfway done. That's not something you see every day. I bet it takes those operators a while to get the touch of that equipment there. Get it moving just right, dump it in the right place. Alright, let's watch him grab a load right here. Boy, some beautiful scenery, isn't it? Arkansas River. You know, when I was up in Kansas a few days ago, I crossed over the Arkansas River and it was more like a ditch. It wasn't anything like this. Not sure where the Arkansas River originates from, but it must have been kind of close to where I was in Kansas. All right, so that's how it works. Let's watch him dump it one more time. He typically puts 2 buckets in the front, 2 in the back, and then 1 in the middle. That seems to work pretty good. Good thing about this run is I don't encounter any way stations. It's only about 8 miles from here, so it works pretty good. Okay guys, so we finished with the barge work. I did, I think, 9 loads of that. Now I'm, you know, the barge work was right over there, kind of over that direction. Now I'm in the fertilizer loading area, getting some ammonium nitrate. Just started loading. We're going to start in the center and then I'll have to back up, pull forward to balance it out. There goes the product right there. And I've got my hazmat placards on, as you can see right there. And this delivers tomorrow in Clinton, Arkansas. So that's what we're doing. It's about 5 p.m. So they're about to wrap it up here. I think I'm probably the last truck. So more later. All right, folks. I did not get any footage of the unload here in Clinton, Arkansas. I just unloaded that load of ammonia nitrate I picked up in Muskogee yesterday, late. Woo, let's see, what time is it? It's about 10:15. I'm about an hour and a half from the Oakley, North Little Rock yard. Dispatcher has me set up to go there because I want to get my trailer checked out. My ABS light has been flickering occasionally. And I want to go by the Thermo King dealership there nearby and have them look at something on my APU. Pretty country up here. This is just some folks that have a house and a little, I guess a little operation here and some fertilizer storage places out back. I tell you, when I turned in here, I saw what I call a little roadrunner bird. I know you're laughing, but that's what I call them. You see him every now and then. I was hoping he might be out here again, but I don't see him. Anyway, got a sharp turn to get back out on this highway. So it's Thursday. Don't know what the rest of the week is going to look like since I'm stopping by the shop to get the trailer looked at. And gonna get my Thermo King APU looked at. I gotta be careful here making this turn. Not a bit too much room, that's for sure. Woo! Alright. So this is what they call Old Highway 9. We gotta drive about a mile to get back out to US 65, and then we'll be heading south. Oh, here comes another truck. Probably one of their delivery trucks. Pretty day. Warmed up a bit though. That's why I need to get my APU looked at, because it has not been turning on so I can run my bunk AC. It hadn't been too much of a problem this week because it's been pretty cool. I've been able to open my vents at night and stay pretty comfortable, but last night it got kind of warm. Of course, I'd already called the Thermo King place and set up a time for me to come by. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I don't want to be stuck out here with no bunk AC anymore when it's going to be over 90 degrees. Pretty country out here. Clinton, Arkansas. All right, more later. Okay guys, so it's Friday morning about 7:45. I'm here at All Tech Recycling in North Little Rock. I'm going to get loaded here. In fact, he's put one scoop in the back already. And this is my home load, even though I got to spend last night at home anyway. I thought I was going to be working a bauxite barge today, but they said it canceled. Dispatcher hooked me up with this load that delivers Monday morning at 9 a.m. in Jackson, Tennessee. This product is called Twitch. I've filmed from here several times before. You know, this place basically takes in Zorba. We deliver Zorba down on that end, and then they take it and sort it out, and then we take it to this place called Most Incorporated. There's one up in Missouri and one in Jackson, Tennessee that I've delivered to. And they take this stuff and melt it down and make Toyota engine blocks out of it. So it's just little pieces of scrap metal. Probably mostly aluminum, I would say. Maybe all aluminum. This stuff they keep over there is also Twitch, but they call it heavy Twitch. I've hauled it one time. And they used to load us getting this product right out here, unless it was raining, then they would have you pull up under here. But the last 2 or 3 times I've hauled from here, he's had me pull up here and load. So I don't know exactly why that change occurred. You can see it ain't gonna rain today, at least not anytime soon. But that's what's going on. So I'll just get this load, and then I'll go back to the North Little Rock Oakley yard and park and go home. I'm gonna get a bunch of chores done. There we go. A lot of dust, as you can see, in this product. So basically the way this works is after I get loaded, I'll circle back around out to the scale. The scale's in the front, and if we're happy with the weight, I'll pull off the scale, go inside, get my paperwork, put my tarp back on, go park at the North Little Rock yard, and be done for the weekend. I'll have to leave out. I'll probably try to leave the North Little Rock Oakley yard Monday morning around 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
Like I said, I got a delivery appointment at 9 a.m. So that's what's going on. I'll show you one more dump. So what he does, he puts a few in the back, a few in the front, and then he'll kind of finish in the middle. And I'll start watching my gauges here. He's still lighter in the front than he is in the rear. I'm at about 27,000 on the rear and about 25,000 in the front. So he's probably got 2 or 3 more scoops to put in. All right, more later.